Well, here we go. What a game has actually been played by Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. If this is going to be the beginning of these three derbies that are upcoming, wow, wow, wow. This is going to be amazing, amazing derbies. Well, Madrid straight to the final. Atletico Madrid did a great performance, but not able to be able to pass on the Super Cup of Spain. Let's get started with the show. Muy buena, mi gente, aquí nos encontramos nuevamente en otro programa de fútbol con Bamba.
Dentro del área, golpea Petit, Zidane y gol. Ha marcado Zidane el 1-0 para Francia.
Welcome everybody, and here we go, another show of Fútbol con Bamban. And yes, I do have to speak a little bit lower because I came out of the project. This is being recorded very late hours. I'm in a hotel room, and it comes out to be that I don't want to wake up all the neighbors and everything. So I apologize for the little bit probably of the noise level being a little bit lower. I'm so excited about this game. This game was amazing. This game actually, any fan, it doesn't matter if you're a Real Madrid fan or an Atletico Madrid fan, but if you're purely a football fan, you definitely love this type of games. These type of games, high volumes of goals, 5-3. It was amazing. Extra time. It was a great, great, great performance all around. Yes, if you're a Real Madrid fan, you would probably say we didn't play our best game, but we did do our job when we needed to be done. Atletico Madrid fans will probably say the same thing. Oh, we should have never pushed back. But then again, players were a little bit tired. So, it was an amazing, amazing, amazing game. And I do start every time. I try to start a little bit about what's the lineup that Carlo Ancelotti actually set up in this first derby. And this is going to be the first of three derbies because we know already that this is for the Super Cup. And the reason for this being this game is actually because Real Madrid was the champion of Cup of King last season, and Atletico Madrid was in third place of La Liga, but Real Madrid was second place in La Liga because Barcelona was the league. So the way that this format of this tournament has been for the past 4 years, since it changed into this new format, it has been that the champions of the league faces the second of the Cup of King, right? The runner-up of the Cup of Kings. The champion of Cup of Kings faces against the runner-up of La Liga. But being the Real Madrid won the Cup of Kings and was the runner-up of La Liga, it goes to the next available team. In this case, was Atletico Madrid, which was in third place of the show. So therefore, this is why you see Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid, and then you see Barcelona versus Osasuna, who will be played later on tomorrow on the match. But it comes out to be, well, by the time you're looking at this show, it's probably going to be the same day. So Barcelona will be playing today against Osasuna, and then they will match up on Sunday. There will be the two winners of this. But actually, Real Madrid is already in the final spot, but then whoever wins between Osasuna and Barcelona will be facing Real Madrid on Sunday. But what the interesting part about this is Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid will face each other again next Thursday, and this is because on the Cup of Kings tournament, the draft came in, and when the draw came in, Real Madrid was actually selected with Atletico Madrid, and the game will be played in El Wanda Metropolitano. But we have to remember, the first match that Real Madrid, actually the only loss that Real Madrid had against, well, not the only loss, they've lost, and the league before right now, but the first loss that Real Madrid actually had was against Atletico Madrid, and it was in El Wanda Metropolitano. So this is going to be very interesting because this game was being played in Saudi Arabia. We know that Rubiales actually moved this tournament over there. Economically, it made a lot of sense for them. The stadium was brilliant. They were chanting from both teams. They were mixed up with the colors. There was a lot of Atletico Madrid fans in Riyadh, and there was a lot of Real Madrid fans also. It was an emotional game. So anybody who paid ticket to be in this game got their money worth because this game was electrical. So anyways, let's go with the lineup. And actually, we saw that Ancelotti had Kepa as a goalkeeper. There's been a dispute that if it's Kepa or Lunin, and we saw that Lunin has been taking over the league. So he kind of figured out that Kepa might run into the Super Cup to be the goalkeeper. Now we have to mind that Kepa last time before he got injured, and played against Atletico Madrid, he swallowed 3 goals. So, coming to this game and receiving 3 goals also is very, 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 very questionable if Kepa will be the ideal goalkeeper for Real Madrid, or at least Lunin has an opportunity now when he plays against in La Copa del Rey as the goalkeeper. It comes out to be that maybe Lunin has the big opportunity to run away with the goal, being the main goalie for Real Madrid. So, anyways, Dani Carvajal, Nacho, Rudiger, and Ferland Mendy playing in this match. Federico Valverde, Arwell, and Tchouaméni, and Luka Modric in midfield. Jude Bellingham midfield also as well, and then Rodrigo Vinicius Jr. as a striker. So this game, the way that it lined up, and if we go to the starting 11 of Atletico Madrid, we saw that Jan Oblak as the goalkeeper, Mario Hermoso, Jose Maria Jimenez, and Stefan Savic as the defenders. And then in the 5 midfield, there was Lino, Saul Nunez, Coque, Rodrigo de Paul, and Marco Llorente. And then in the forward is actually Antoine Griezmann and Alvaro Morata. That's how Simeone actually brought the team. One of the big criticisms that Simeone usually has as a strategy for Atletico Madrid, we know he's a conservative style. He likes to do a lot of counterattack. He likes to try to see if he can eliminate the midfield of Real Madrid, which is what was successful for them the first time they met Real Madrid. They took Jude Bellingham out of the game, and they were able to dominate the midfield. And of course, they took advantage of the mixture that Toni Kroos and Luka Modric were together in that part. So it turned out to be a little slower response in the midfield, and that was the main advantage why Atletico Madrid was so successful in the counterattacks the first time they met. However, this time, Carlo Ancelotti came in and said, no, we'll put muscle in the back on the center back. We know we've lost Alaba and Militao for the rest of the season. We don't have Courtois. So you don't have that main triangle in here. But this is something that has been very, very efficient, Carlo Ancelotti, this year, is to identify whatever pieces he has. They've put them on and they've responded. So I really Tchouaméni to be in the back. Everybody thought Camavinga would actually be a main starting lineup in here, but Luka Modric actually came inside. He opted for the mixture between the youth and the knowledge, which is very interesting in this match. And of course, the match was completely different from last time. So we did see the game start, and immediately in the minute 7 out of a center of Atletico Madrid, Mario Hermoso actually got up in the air, headed inside the goal, and this started the match automatically. Atletico Madrid, when they were starting to go, the game was completely back and forth consistently between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. This was a high possession match, and Real Madrid from time to time was dominating a little bit in the possession, but then Atletico Madrid would take the ball away, and it continues to put attack and put in the heels of Real Madrid. So it was a very, very, very aggressive and fast-paced game. A lot of counterattacks, a lot of speed, a lot of balls going sent to the forwards for counterattacks. It was an amazing game. It was also a game that both teams had majority of the possessions. That they continuously shared possession between once and another. And yes, it's like I said, first goal was in the minute 7. This actually ramped up a little bit the hype on Atletico Madrid, but Real Madrid came in, continued to actually put a little bit of pressure. They started to feel a little bit comfortable in the first 20 minutes, and then it comes out to be that Rudiger on a center from Luka Modric scores a goal. But let me talk to you about this goal, because this goal, when I was watching it, I yelled at the goal, but at the same time, I might have waken up a couple of people here in the hotel. But one of the beautiful things about this goal was it reminded me so much, and I'm gonna promise I'm gonna try to see if I can do this next week when I fly back home this weekend. I actually fly tomorrow back home, but when I'm in the office, I'm gonna try to see if I can do a research, and if I can do a mixture of that video of Sergio Ramos in La Décima and Antonio Rudiger in this past game yesterday. It was so similar. Luka Modric shooting the corner, putting it in there. Rudiger actually put 2 steps forward, jumps up, and he's wide open, crosses over, pushes it to the opposite part of the goal for him, and it was an amazing goal. There was nothing Jan Oblak could do at that goal, as the same as when Mario Hermoso did the header. He was wide open. Nacho just slept on that. Rudiger slept on that. Tchouaméni slept on that. And it was a long goal also for the center back on Mario Hermoso. So we got 2 goals being done, and it was amazing because Rudiger, we know he scored on the previous game also with Real Madrid, so he finally got a back-to-back score inside completing this game. But then the game continued, and it looked like Real Madrid was starting to grab a little bit of rhythm. And then in minute 29, Ferland Mendy on a pass that it comes out to be from Carvajal, he puts the leg on a way that it actually tries to, I think he was mostly intentionally trying to put the ball to the opposite pole so somebody can probably knock it inside from the strikers in this team. But it came out to be that it was so precise that the ball made contact in his leg and actually went inside the goal. It was unexpected from everybody, even Jonah Block and everybody. They couldn't, nothing could be done. It just went through the legs and it went in, and he started celebrating. And I gotta say, I've been one of the biggest critics for Lemon, but for Lemon, these last couple, at least this semester or this season, he's changed a little bit the attitude. Last year was more like the attitude, like, struggling a lot on the offense. Defense, he was, not feeling comfortable. And he's been really, really criticized by a lot of people, not only by myself, but being that this is my show, he's been criticized highly by me. But I gotta say, I gotta take my half off for him. He's been pretty consistent. Every time that he's had opportunity, he's not been injured. He's been really good. And he's been very progressive in Real Madrid. He's been doing a lot of the work that he needs to be done. He's doing the grunt work, doing the offense, doing the defense. He's looking good. He's looking solid. And this goal might pump him up a little bit more. So all four of the two defenders actually score the first two goals for Real Madrid. And the game is 2-1 right there in the minute 30 of the game. It comes out to be that then the Atletico Madrid did not give up. They were consistently putting pressure on Real Madrid consistently. Every time Real Madrid would take the ball, Atletico Madrid would take the ball back. And I'm telling you, this first half was amazing because then Antonio Griezmann does magic. Anybody who criticized that goal from Antonio Griezmann, it was relentless because it was magic. It was magic. Actually, with this goal, Antonio Griezmann finally took over right now the top scorer of Atletico Madrid and the historic data on Atletico Madrid. So he's become a legend. He confessed with that his wife, when he was leaving to Barcelona, that he made the decision to go to Barcelona. His wife told him in that moment, she said, in Barcelona, you will be just another player. But if you stay in Atletico Madrid, or you come back to Atletico Madrid after he was in Barcelona, he told him, you will be legend. And this is what he's going. He's going for legacy. He's right now the main guy. He's happy. He's doing great with Diego Simeone. So it's amazing to see him actually being performed at this one. So that's how the first half actually ended. 2-2, Real Madrid. 2-2, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. On the first half, they both went in. Great sensation for both teams because after that second goal of Griezmann, Real Madrid just continuously try to put pressure. So it comes out to be that after the half, Atletico Madrid just came on a high note. They were just determined and saying, we got to pick up the lead. And if we pick up the lead, then we're going to lock ourselves in the back and we're going to wait out this over. And this is over. This game will be over. And their wishes came true almost because in the minute 78, after they were pushing, there was an own goal. Now, it was blame on Antonio Rudiger on the goal. So this would have been the second goal of Antonio Rudiger scoring for Real Madrid, scoring against Real Madrid. However, if you see one of the replays that was showing, the ball actually makes a contact. Moratas jumps with Kepa. Kepa jumps to dispute the ball. Moratas jumps to dispute the ball as well. But when the ball makes contact, and of course Rudiger was really close, and it actually kind of seemed from some of the angles that Rudiger made contact with the ball. But it really, there's an angle actually from the side view that you see that Kepa, when he gets impacted in the chest, his legs go forward. And right when the leg is going there, the ball makes a contact with that. And that is helping it to push back and go over his head and was able to make it an own goal. Now, it was an own goal. Yes, it was an own goal. But I would have not blamed it on Rudiger. I would have blamed it on Kepa. But it's okay. It's part of the part. Kepa, this is one of the Achilles heels of Kepa. He's been doing this when he was in Chelsea. He's now faulted again and coming in the way that he just doesn't design or decide himself when to go out for the ball at the right moment. And some of these disputes that he just goes against players has been negative for him. And this is one that it was actually there. And it was 3-2 for Atletico Madrid. And then Real Madrid, now he's in trouble. Minute 78, you're 3-2 down. You only got 20 minutes left. And maybe not even that. It's like 12 minutes left in the game. So it comes out to be that you're pushing in there, you're going through that part. Real Madrid actually was looking at a higher note. Atletico Madrid looked like they were starting to be gassed out and they were starting to defend more. They were starting to drop themselves more. And then it came out to be that Vinicius Jr.'s, one of the incredible matches, the setups that he does, he shoots to his goal. Oblak does the stoppage, and at the same time, Jude Bellingham grabs the ball, shoots against the goal, and Savic actually pushes it out completely. But the problem is, there now you have your goalkeeper in the ground trying to stand up, and you got your two defenders right in the borderline of the goal, and they were able to reject the ball and to not go inside, where Jude Bellingham would have scored his goal in that moment. But Carvajal actually sees that ball goes inside and boom, pushes it in on top of Savage to the side to the defenders. He pushes through the top part close to the pole, the upper pole, and there's nothing they can do. The game is tied. And once that occurred, we went all the way to minute 94. And Real Madrid was exhausted. You started seeing cramps. You started seeing, like, Rodrigo. And I gotta mention that before this, actually in the first half, and I forgot to mention this. This is a great stoppage from Jan Oblak, and Jan Oblak actually does a great stoppage from Rodrigo Goes. Rodrigo Goes pulls the ball back. He does an incredible movement in the middle of the field. He shoots towards goals, and Oblak steps that goal. So that was something that occurred also, that we have to say that both goalkeepers, and the opportunities that they had to blockage, they did their job, except, well, Kepa a little bit less. But it comes out to be that minute 94, the game is amazingly tied and it's going to overtime. So when overtime started, immediately after minute, I think it was let me see exactly what type was the substitution that they came in, but Jose Lu came inside a minute 106, and Dani Ceballos comes inside for Rodrigo at 106. Arda Güler comes at 112, but there was a time that Toni Kroos comes inside for Luka Modric. Eduardo Camavinga comes for Lamendi in 81. Brahim Diaz comes inside for 81 for Chouameni. This is actually right before Dani Carvajal, because he scores in 85. Now, one thing that I got to mention about Toni Kroos, he took it as a good thing. We remember before Toni Kroos actually made a comment, especially with Gabriel Veiga, decided to go to Saudi. He said, what a shame. This was not taken very good. He said that, he thinks players should not go and make a decision that is a shameful decision to go to Saudi Arabia play at this moment. Where he was trying to criticize these young players, and why would you try to waste your career just for money? Leave that to the older folks and everything. Pretty much that's what he was presuming in there. However, this was not taken in the right way from the Saudi side. So every time Toni Kroos took a possession of the ball, once he came inside, it was completely boos all over the stadiums. Now, this is something that Toni Kroos afterwards, post-match, sent out a tweet saying that the crowd and everybody was amazing. So he's trying to troll them at the same time. So that was pretty cool from that side. However, let's talk a little bit about the overtime. The overtime comes inside. Now, Ancelotti, a minute 106, takes off Vinicius Jr., takes off Rodrigo Goe, and takes off Fede Valverde. We're talking about we have not gone in and score. We're still tied, and now you're taking away three of your most aggressive weapons, and especially your two strikers. You took them out. Now you bring Joselu Mato, and then you bring, you had Brahim already come inside at least at the end. And Brahim, before the game stopped, he was just unstoppable. His dribbling skills is amazing. His movement, his speed, everything is amazing. And we'll talk a little bit about him because he was key in the factor of the last goal. However, when it comes out to minute 116, we did see a pass from Dani Carvajal that comes inside and it hits Joselu's head, but it hits it towards the ground. Now, Jan Oblak is coming outside to prevent it, but Savic actually comes inside and makes a contact with the ball as soon as it's hitting the ground. And this allowed that the ball bounced on the way over the head of Jan Oblak. Jan Oblak tries to turn around and stop it before it goes inside the goal, but this gives the fourth goal for Real Madrid. It was an own goal from Stefan Savic. And it comes out to be that now Real Madrid is in a position that it's 116, only 4 minutes left for the match. And they're ahead. They're ahead. So this is hype, this is everything, putting pressure. And then it comes out to be the minute 122-ish. I think they gave a 3 minutes for stoppage in that time. And it comes out to be that Oblak decides to go down. It's almost the last play. So he goes down as normally the goalkeepers will do to be able to reject. However, when the center was actually shot, the center back from Real Madrid takes the ball and just pops it to the other side, like blows to, releases it and rejects it from the backside. And this caused a big sprint because now John O'Black did one big mistake in this play. And what he did was he felt confident he was closer than everybody to the ball. So he runs towards the ball instead of running towards the goal. Now, I don't know if even if he ran towards the goal, if he would have had an opportunity to stop the goal, but he ran towards the ball to be able to pop it outside to let it go out, and then they can have the opportunity to probably reset and see if they can finish the game by some type of miracle play. But it comes out to be that he didn't expect that the speedster of Brahim Diaz, who came in minute 81, just put on his rollerblades, he burned out his tires, sprinted towards the ball, and took over the ball and actually outran John Oblak, touches the ball one touch, and then shoots it towards the goal. And obviously the ball goes inside. This gives 5-3 to Real Madrid. It was a big celebration. Real Madrid going. And I just saw a meme not too long after the post game comes in that it has Brahim like the road runner, and then it has a black like he's the coyote in the back, and it says the final on the border top. So I thought that was very interesting. But anyways, guys, I did want to take an advantage and give you a little bit about the match. I'm sorry that it didn't come up right away because it's late in the night and I have to edit this a little bit. And the editing comes a little bit, even though I'm not sure if the edit as I'm going right now to start doing it, if it's gonna have all my intro and everything. So I will see how that goes. Most likely you'll receive it. I'll probably schedule it for early in the morning the next day. So if I shoot it tonight, or I'll probably let it for the morning for the algorithm can probably catch all of you guys at that moment. So anyway, if by the time you're seeing this, you might be getting ready for the Barcelona and Osasuna match. So I hope you enjoy this. This is going to be great. We're going to see exactly who's going to be. Hopefully, there's a Clásico at the final. So that's going to be very interesting. But I can tell you right now, if this is going to be the first of the 3 derbies that we have, my God, next Thursday, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, the Cup of Kings. And then after that, Real Madrid plays Atletico Madrid again, but this time it's for La Liga, and this time will be in Bernabeu. So, oh my God, it's going to be amazing. We're going to Wanda Metropolitano next week, and then it's going to be in a Bernabeu. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you did, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys into next time in another show of Fútbol con Bamba.